Chapter 11 Kill the Wolf King. Unexpected Visitor. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 80. This sliding shovel and axe attack only caused 80 points of damage to the Wolf King. So hard. Yun Chen sighed inwardly. He is already at level 5 now. 4-dimensional attributes, strength 75 points, wisdom 81 points, physique 75 points, agility 75 points. No props, equipment, passive blessing. This is Yun Chen's current basic attribute panel, corrupted battle axe plus 70 strength. Yun Chen's current strength attribute is 145 points, counting the 30% physical damage bonus of the corrupted battle axe. When Yun Chen hits a monster without defense, the damage is about 200 points, however. The physical defense of this bloodthirsty Wolf King can actually reduce the 200 points of damage to 80 points. Damage reduction up to 60%. As expected of the Wolf King. Even if I attack the most vulnerable abdomen, there is such a high reduction. However, there was no trace of panic on Yun Chen's face. Instead, his face was full of passionate fighting spirit. The more powerful the monster, the more valuable it is to fight. Certainly, the rewards for breaking out are definitely huge. It shouldn't be much worse than the Slayer. Roar, that the extremely arrogant and bloodthirsty Wolf King came again to attack like crazy. It could not tolerate being played by a level 5 player. I'll dodge. Yun Chen still controlled the character flexibly and avoided the opponent's attacks. At the same time, he also looked for opportunities to strike with an axe. It doesn't matter how much damage it can do, mainly to give this bloodthirsty Wolf King the poisoning debuff buff. Don't forget, the special effects of the corrupted battle axe. With one layer of poisoning effect, 1% of the maximum health will be lost in 1 second. If stacked up to 5 layers, 5% of the maximum health will be lost in 1 second. The poison duration is 5 seconds. Even if I hurt Gua Sha, I can make you slowly lose poison and die. As for the 4 female wolves, I have been dissuaded by the corruption and toxins along the way and dare not come here. The bloodthirsty Wolf King felt the constant loss of health in his body at this moment, and also realized that the enemy in front of him was not simple. Gotta come up with a killer move. Think about this. The bloodthirsty Wolf King opened his bloody mouth. Buzz buzz. The rich blood elements around it began to gather into its mouth. Humph. You want magic to fight against Todoroki, right? I'll satisfy you. Yun Chen sneered. You have switched the weapon to ordinary staff. D-level magic specialization talent, magic amplification, is activated. D-level magic skill, fireball, is activated. Raging. A powerful fireball is now generated. Ordinary staff plus 30 points of wisdom, robe of the Slayer plus 100 wisdom points. Now Yun Chen's wisdom attribute is as high as 211 points. In addition, the magic damage of the staff is plus 5%, the magic damage of the Slayer's robe is plus 30%, the magic damage of the magic amplification is plus 20%, and the total magic damage bonus is 55%. Die to me. A sound fell. The blazing fireball just hit it. The bloodthirsty Wolf King also spit out the condensed blood breath. Boom. Fireballs collided with blood breath. The next second, the bloodthirsty Wolf King saw in despair that his blood breath had no ability to resist the opponent's fireball bombardment. The fireball was like a destructive thing, swallowing its blood and breath, and landed on its head. Ouch, no. The bloodthirsty Wolf King let out a final roar of unwillingness and despair. Boom. The fireball exploded, and the blazing flames enveloped its extremely strong body. You have successfully killed the wild boss, bloodthirsty Wolf King. You have gained 8,000 experience points. Your level has been increased to level 6. Would you like to collect it? Yun Chen slowly let out a breath. This can be considered as a solution to this powerful bloodthirsty Wolf King. Without any hesitation, click to collect quickly. Collection successful. You have obtained the Heart of the Wolf King. You have obtained the Wolf King's wolf hair. You have obtained the Wolf King's strong blood bracers. You have obtained the Wolf King's boots of speed. You have obtained the skill book, Blood Explosion Technique. You have obtained the elementary extraordinary rune, Blood Spirit Warlock. Sure enough, It's no worse than the slaughterer's reward. Yun Chen's eyes were filled with joy. After all, it is a level 7 boss. The reason why the Slayer is extremely rare is because it can explode the extraordinary runes of rare professions. If the extraordinary runes of rare professions are not revealed, in terms of rewards alone, they will be worse than the bloodthirsty Wolf King. He did not rush to count the rewards, but hurried to the valley to collect the corpses of all the bloodthirsty wolves, got a bunch of items, just when Yun Chen wanted to happily count the harvest. Who? Yun Chen noticed that more than 20 figures appeared in front of him. Take a closer look. It was actually a group of gorgeously dressed player characters. The gorgeous fashions are incompatible with the bright red and cold valley. The woman in the white dress stood up slowly, stared at Yun Chen, turned on the free mic, and a clear and melodious mature voice sounded. Are you the player who killed the Slayer in the ruined village? Yun Chen narrowed his eyes and chose silence, not answering hastily. At the same time, he secretly looked at the more than 20 players. What surprised Yun Chen slightly was that none of them hid their personal information. The lowest level of these more than 20 players was 10. Especially the woman who stood up to talk to Yun Chen, she was as high as 14. And these more than 20 players have changed their jobs. This is normal. Looking at the gorgeous outfits of these players, you can know that they are not short of money, and it is easy for them to collect extraordinary runes, but the level is so high, which means they are deliberately leveling up. You have to know that this is the early stage of the game. If they are not deliberately leveling up, they can't reach such a high level. Could this group of players also be reborn? The possibility should not be very high, Yun Chen pondered inwardly. Why are you pretending to be cool? Don't you see that our Mr. Zhang is asking you a question? At this moment, seeing Wang Qin silent, the fat character with the ID Tang Zhizhong stood up. His extraordinary profession is hammer warrior, holding 2 hammers. The grade is not high. Seeing the other party's arrogant look, Yun Chen also sneered, staring at the fat man, and opened the free microphone, and a low and magnetic voice sounded. Who do you think you are? Do you have the qualifications to teach me how to do things? You. Tang Zhizhong was not happy. Usually, he was a senior executive in the company and was used to being respected and flattered by others. Now he was so rudely counterattacked by a young boy, he couldn't stand it. Just when he was about to rush up to have a field PK with this guy named Yun Chen to teach him a lesson, Lan Yu stopped him. Boss Tang, don't forget Mr. Zhang's business. After hearing this, Tang Zhizhong stopped, but still shouted with the free microphone, boy. I'll remember you. Don't let me meet you in the wild in the future, otherwise I will teach you a lesson. Yun Chen said calmly, no need for later. Now you want to go, I'll accompany you. Hey! You kid! Okay, Boss Tang, shut up. Zhang Wei ignored the 2 teammates, still staring at Yun Chen, with a cold voice. I ask again, did you kill the slaughterer in the ruined village? Chapter 12, Encirclement and Killing. Sprinkle poison and gather fire. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Whether I killed him or not, does it have anything to do with you? Yun Chen's attitude towards this domineering woman was also very cold. Although the other party's voice was very nice, Yun Chen would not indulge her at all. It can be seen, this woman should have been in a high position for a long time. The players around her called the woman with the ID Zhang Wei as Mr. Zhang. The tone was also very respectful. I think she should be a rich boss, or the boss of a big company. Yun Chen was not surprised at all. Which game doesn't have a few super rich people? It's just, your super richness is your business. It's also other people's business if others lick you. Anyway, Yun Chen can't lick you at all. The end of the world is coming. No matter what kind of president or boss you are, in front of the monsters of the disaster, you have to be my grandson. Don't use your so-called majesty of the superior to suppress me, a commoner. I won't fall for your tricks. Faced with Yun Chen's rude response, Zhang Wei's breathing also quickened a bit. If that's the case, just kill him. Finally, Zhang Wei gave a decisive and cold order. After all, he is the president of Tianming Group, and he is decisive in killing without hesitation. Since this guy named Yun Chen doesn't give you face, don't blame her for being rude. Go back to the shelter and regret it. As for the gains in the other party's backpack, don't even think about taking them back. According to Zhang Wei's order. He. I'll help Mr. Zhang. Tang Zhizhong, who couldn't wait any longer, swung the hammer and killed Yun Chen. The warrior leaped. The hammer smashed. The release of 2 skills let this fat character fly high, and then swung the double hammers, like a cannonball, and smashed towards Yun Chen's position. A level 12 hammer warrior, wearing armor, belt, boots, and wrist guards. The quality is not very good, but the equipment is relatively complete, and the damage is definitely not low. At least if he hits Yun Chen, a level 6 mage, Yun Chen will be killed instantly. Humph. Full of flaws. A waste. Yun Chen saw this, but he was not panicked at all. He knew at a glance that the opponent was a rookie. He smashed down with a heavy hammer from such a long distance. No matter how poor the reaction is, he can easily dodge it. Swish. Under Yun Chen's top-level operation skills, the character in the game moved his toes and flashed to the side. Boom. Tang Zhizhong's double hammers hit the ground like this, empty. Not only that, Yun Chen also caught the opponent's skill backswing, holding the corrupted battle axe, and chopped Tang Zhizhong's head with an axe. Boss Tang, be careful. The more than 20 players saw this and were shocked, and hurriedly reminded, but it was too late. Ah! Tang Zhizhong shouted in frustration from the free mail. His character's head had been split in half, because he didn't have a helmet. You have been killed by the player, Yun Chen. You have been teleported back to the shelter. This is the difference between players and monsters. Even if a monster's head is split, it can sometimes stay alive with its strong recovery ability, but if a player's character doesn't have a helmet, unless your 4-dimensional attributes are high enough, it will be split in half with an axe. Without a helmet, the character's head defense is equal to 0. This game is so real. Grass, 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 grass. Tang Zhizhong, who was extremely calm in front of the company's employees, was furious and full of regret at this moment. He was actually killed by an unknown kid. And it was killed instantly. Shame. What a shame. If this matter gets out, he will become a laughing stock in their circle. The most important thing is, the things in his backpack fell out. Yun Chen quickly collected all the items dropped by the fat character. When he looked at the other party again, he found that none of them dared to attack without authorization. A small sign can reveal a big sign. Although Tang Zhizhong was the worst operator among them, he was at least level 12, facing Tang Zhizhong's frontal attack. They all wanted to dodge far away, but what about this Yun Chen? He was very brave. He just dodged out of the fat man's attack range, not 1 meter more, not 1 meter less. After dodging, he also caught Tang Zhizhong's skill after swing and gave Tang Zhizhong a fatal blow. Master. This is a master with great operation. I was wondering why he dared to be so arrogant. It turns out that he is a weird operator. He smiled, but he was not panicked at all. He restrained his smile and said immediately, everyone surround him together. I really don't believe that he can still operate in this situation. Wow. More than 20 players really came forward and surrounded Yun Chen's character. Hey, handsome boy, how are you going to deal with this? The girl with the ID Lanhua laughed at this moment. You can tell she is a charming woman at first glance. Her profession is assassin. Zhao Lanhua, can you please stop laughing coquettishly? It makes my brother uneasy. Another male player with the ID Dong Cheng laughed. Get out of here. Idiot. Lanhua started to scold without any hesitation. Okay, everyone, don't be careless. The opponent's strength is not simple. Let's go together. He said calmly. Immediately, he took out his staff and a water ball appeared on his head. It seems that after he used the primary extraordinary rune, he also awakened the D-level skill, water ball technique. Yun Chen looked around at the more than 20 players and silently remembered their IDs in his heart. The next second, wow. When everyone was caught off guard, Yun Chen controlled the character and directly poured out the remaining corrupt poison, TSK. Except for the assassin named Lan Yu, who had strong reflexes, fast speed, and acumen to avoid it. Everyone else was tainted with the poisonous water. You have entered a poison state, losing 10% of your maximum health every second for 10 seconds. Please remove the abnormal state in time. Players who were contaminated by the poisonous water had prompts on their screens. This made their expressions change drastically. Holy shit. What the hell is this? Losing 10% of maximum health every second. Quick. Sister Ling Shuang, detoxify me. Detoxify me first. Me first. Quick. I'm going to die. Everyone panicked. No one wants to die. The reason is simple. If the character dies at this time, all the items in the backpack will be lost. Even the equipment is dropped. That fat man Tang Zhizhong's hammer and armor were all picked up by Yun Chen. The female character whose ID is Shenling Shuang has an extraordinary profession as a priest. She quickly raised a scepter inlaid with emeralds and was about to use the group purification skill, but this skill can only purify up to 10 targets at the same time, only. Ling Shuang. Be careful. Fireball. Zhang Wei, who was originally calm, changed her face at this moment and shouted a reminder, it's too late. Yun Chen's actions of sprinkling poisonous water and setting off fireballs were done in one go. And as expected, the fireball was aimed directly at the only priest in the team. Chapter 13, Canglanzhiwei Team. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The biggest mistake these players made was that they shouldn't have surrounded Yun Chen so closely. It's even more inappropriate to ask the priests in the team to follow them. In his previous life, Yun Chen had a very high level of gaming, and in his rebirth, he still maintained his level, with a level 6 strength. Facing this group of enemies above level 10, not only did he not panic at all, but he quickly used the most effective all-out tactics. At such a close range, the corrupt poisonous water was spread out, poisoning everyone except the assassin named Lan Yu and Zhao Wei who did not surround him. The first time you get poisoned is to find a priest to detoxify you. In this team, only the female character with the ID Shenling Shuang is a priest. Yun Chen didn't even have to think about it. After spreading the poisonous water, he controlled the character to activate the fireball technique and hit her directly. Boom. The blazing flames instantly enveloped Shenling Shuang. The high amount of damage also instantly emptied Shenling Shuang's blood volume. Shenling Shuang only had time to leave a startled scream, and the screen of her phone was stained with blood. You have been killed. You have 10 seconds to return to the shelter. It's over. Seeing this scene, Chu He, who originally looked confident and calm, also changed his expression. Without Shenling Shuang's purification skills, they would have been poisoned to death. Drink the medicine quickly. Everyone quickly opened their backpacks, clicked on the few blood medicines, and prepared to use them. However, Chuha. Be careful. Zhang Wei's reminder also came. But it was too late. Yun Chen had already flashed in front of the mage Chu He with a green battle axe in his hand. After dealing with Shenling Shuang, Yun Chen rushed directly to Chu He. Apart from Zhang Wei, the character Chu He has the highest level here, level 13. To capture the thief, capture the king first, and the other party is still a crispy mage. Poof. Yun Chen struck down with an axe, and Chu He, who also had no helmet or armor, was killed immediately, his head split into 2 halves. Damn it. Looking at the "you have been killed" prompt on the phone screen, Chu He, who was sitting in the gorgeous office, had an ugly expression. He was so angry that he couldn't help but slap the table, scaring the female secretary next to him so much that he didn't dare to say anything. Yun Chen held the poisonous battle axe and looked at the other players coldly. He was even more certain that these players were wealthy, because they were supposed to be poisoned, but they recovered abruptly by drinking blood medicine. After all, the poisoning time is only 10 seconds. As soon as 10 seconds pass, the poison state will disappear. At this stage, the game is still in its development stage. Ordinary players can't get this kind of blood medicine that can restore 20% of blood in one go. Even if I could get it, it would only be 1 or 2 bottles at most. As a result, these more than 20 players had drank 3 bottles in a row after being poisoned. At the moment, facing Yun Chen, who easily killed Tang Zhizhong, Shenling Shuang, and Chu He, Lan Yu and others did not dare to be careless anymore. They quickly controlled the characters to leave the distance one by one, looking at Yun Chen with eyes full of fear. Only Zhang Wei looked at Yun Chen, and her eyes turned from cold at the beginning to appreciation. Mr. Zhang, this kid is difficult to deal with. What should I do? Dong Chang asked cautiously. All players looked at Zhang Wei. Zhang Wei did not answer them. but controlled the character to a position 10 meters away from Yun Chen. Yun Chen narrowed his eyes. At this distance, as long as he is willing, he cannot say kill the opponent instantly, but he can at least severely damage the opponent within 2 seconds. The main reason is that the armor Zhang Wei is wearing is obviously of a higher grade, and her physical and magical defenses are not bad. If Yun Chen wants to kill her, it will take a lot of effort. If the opponent's game level is higher, it will be more difficult to kill. Only, the woman showed no sign of fighting. Instead, he spoke softly, Yun Chen, you are very good. I have taken a fancy to you. Are you interested in joining my team? Don't worry, you can make whatever conditions you want. As soon as this statement came out. The members in the team voice were immediately confused, especially the expressions of Chu He, Shenling Shuang, and Tang Zhizhong, who were mercilessly killed by Yun Chen, were even more wonderful. They didn't expect that Mr. Zhang would actually extend an olive branch to this player. Mr. Zhang. Chu He naturally didn't want to see this happen. He doesn't like this Yun Chen. When I first saw it, I didn't like it. He hated the tone of the other person's words. He had a premonition. If such a powerful player joins, his status in the team will definitely gradually decrease. To put it bluntly, Chu He was jealous and afraid of this player named Yun Chen. I don't even want to see this player get together with the woman he likes. Shut up, I told you. If you have any objections to my decision, just quit the team yourself. Zhang Wei said coldly and domineeringly. The rest of the team members fell silent. Lan Yu didn't have any objections to this, but said with a smile, hey, I think adding such a powerful little handsome guy to the team will be more conducive to our future exploration. It depends on whether the other party is willing or not. Hearing Lan Yu's words, the members of the team shook their heads. How could you not want to? Their team is called Canglanzhiwei. In the early stage of this game, there was a very famous wasteland exploration team. I don't know how many players want to join, but the next second, Yun Chen's answer surprised the team members. Sorry, not interested. Rejected? He actually refused. Young handsome boy, it's rare that our President Zhang personally invites you, and you can set any conditions. Do you know what an honor this is? Besides, we are the Canglanzhiwei team, and other players would dream of joining us. Are you sure you want to refuse? Lan Yu asked with a smile. Canglanzhiwei. When Yun Chen heard this, he raised his eyebrows. He didn't expect that the team in front of him turned out to be Canglanzhiwei from his previous life. This team was quite famous in its previous life. It is said that the requirements for joining this team are very demanding. Not only is your personal level required to be above level 100, but your extraordinary profession must be a rare profession. At the same time, your fighting skills must be top-notch. Later, Yun Chen also heard that this team, led by its captain, went to defeat an extremely powerful evil demon king. Whether he succeeded in the end or not, Yun Chen didn't know, but being qualified to challenge the demon king is enough to show how powerful this team is. Some people may wonder how such a powerful team could be killed by 3 people by Yun Chen alone. That's because this game is still in its infancy. I guess I'm not completely used to the game's controls and combat modes yet. At the moment, unexpectedly, the captain of Canglanzhiwei actually took the initiative to invite him to join the team. Although he was surprised, Yun Chen continued to shake his head. I'm sorry, I really don't want to join your team, and don't forget, we are still enemies of each other now. Chapter 14. He looks down on you. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tianming Group Building. In an office with gorgeous and elegant decoration, a woman with long ice blue hair and wearing an OL skirt was lazily leaning on the boss chair. A pair of slender black silk legs overlapped each other. With a transcendent temperament, she had a pair of narrow and long phoenix eyes, and her gaze was filled with a coldness that kept people away from her. That exquisite and pretty face that was so beautiful that it could overwhelm the country was slightly surprised at this moment. This woman was the daughter of the Lu family, Lu Chaoga, who was nicknamed Iceberg Princess in Fengtian City. Zhang Wei was just her alias. Now that she is the president of her own group, she also uses the name Zhang Wei to show herself to the outside world for easy experience. In order to avoid those senior executives knowing her identity, they would be submissive. After all, Lu Chaoga was still thinking about fighting these old foxes. Now Lu Chaoga has won the fight. Tianming Group has been completely controlled by her, and her father is very satisfied with it. The research project on Universal Shelter is also handed over to her. Now, Lu Chaoga didn't expect that the player with the ID Yun Chen in front of her actually rejected her invitation, and still so hostile to her. Interesting. Lu Chaoga was not angry. She has a high tolerance for talented people. She hates those guys who are arrogant but have no ability. In this case, I can't let you go. Next, I will chase you and kill you until you are willing to join my team. Lu Chaoga said coldly. After that, she controlled her character and equipped a long sword with colorful brilliance. You have equipped the colorful Haotian sword. When this weapon was in hand, a colorful brilliance descended on Lu Chaoga. Damn! It's the seven-colored Haotian sword. That when Yun Chen saw the other party pull out this sharp long sword filled with seven-color brilliance, he immediately said inwardly that it was not good. At the same time, he was also very surprised. Confirmed, this Zhang Wei is the woman named Lu Chaoga in the previous life. The reason why the Canglanzhiwei team became famous in the world is largely due to the team leader Lu Chaoga. It is said that Lu Chaoga has a very bug weapon called seven-colored Haotian sword. This weapon, coupled with her amazing fighting talent and top intelligence, made this cold and arrogant sister one of the top powerhouses in the previous life. Countless powerhouses joined her team because they admired her. Yun Chen thought that Lu Chaoga got this seven-colored Haotian sword in the later exploration. I didn't expect that she got this plug-in-like weapon in the early stage of this game. It is very likely that Lu Chaoga also watched the 6-hour promotional CG of this game. Then he got lucky and got this seven-colored Haotian sword. Damn! There are really people in this world who are bored enough to watch that shitty CG. If Yun Chen hadn't heard this from a senior player in his previous life, he probably wouldn't have deliberately watched this CG. But no matter what, he can't beat this woman. At least not now. That seven-colored Haotian sword is too scary. Whenever the sword energy spreads out and touches Yun Chen's HP will be cleared. I can only run away. Yun Chen made a decision immediately. This time the harvest is very good. Killed the wolf pack, slaughtered the wolf king, and killed 3 players above level 10. Killing high-level players also gained a huge amount of experience. Therefore, Yun Chen not only upgraded from level 6 to level 7, but also gained a lot of spoils. I can run away, buzz. With the thought, Yun Chen directly activated the special function of the shelter, teleport. Under Lu Chaoga's slightly stunned eyes, Yun Chen's figure disappeared directly on the spot. The sound of breeze blowing came from the phone. Lu Chaoga and her teammates were staring at the scene in front of them. This. Shenlingshuang's cute round face was full of confusion. She entered the teammates' viewing perspective. Seeing such a big player disappear out of thin air, her head felt incredible. Not only her, but other teammates were also stunned. No need to look, this kid should have got the primary teleportation gem. This prop is put in when upgrading the shelter, allowing the character to teleport back to the shelter anytime and anywhere. Lanyue explained softly. Lanyue, how did you know? Shenlingshuang asked curiously. I bought a primary prop illustration book, but it cost me 150,000 cash to buy it. It records the functions of all the primary props in this game. Lanyue replied. Wow, I want it too. Okay, I'll make a copy for you. Lanyue turned to look at Lu Chaoga and asked, Mr. Zhang, what do you want? Lu Chaoga was silent for a moment, then slowly said, please post a message for me to reward a player with the ID Yun Chen. If anyone can help me find him once in the game, I will give him 5 million in cash. If you can capture him alive and bring him to me, I will give him 10 million in cash. When these teammates heard this, they immediately made an uproar. For Mr. Zhang, the amount of the bounty is just a drop in the bucket, but for them, it is also a considerable fortune. The so-called live capture means that players can use binding props to tie up another player or monster, and then drag the tied target to move. This game is so real. Mr. Zhang, he obviously looks down on our team, so he is unwilling to join. We don't need to lick his face and invite him to join the team, right? Tang Zhizhong spoke at this time. He didn't want this guy named Yun Chen to be his teammate at all, he still wanted revenge. Yes, Boss Tang is right. Just kill him hard and kill him until he quits the game. There is no need to invite him to join the team. Chu He also spoke in agreement, however. Lu Chaoga said coldly, he looks down on our team. He looks down on you. A level 12 hammer warrior and a level 13 spirit water mage were killed instantly. And the rest of you can't even protect Ling Shuang, a priest. And now this player named Yunchen has just explored this blood forest with an adaptation level of 4 to 9, which means that his level may be only 5 to 6. As players of level 10, you were killed instantly by a level 5 to 6 player. Do you think he can look down on you? Everyone. Silence, death silence, no one dared to talk back. Tang Zhizhong and Chu He looked very ugly, ashamed and angry, and turned the color of pig liver. They knew that Mr. Zhang was right, and Shen Lingshuang was lying on the bed, pouting her lips, thinking that Yunchen was so annoying and so cruel to her. Chapter 15 A Huge Profit. You are listening at novelfull.audio. If Lu Chaoga hadn't been there, the whole team would probably have been wiped out by this guy named Yunchen. A player who was less than level 10 had the ability to fight a group of players at level 10 alone. This was the first time that Lu Chaoga was so eager for someone to join her. On the other side, Yunchen had already returned to the shelter through teleportation. The 7-colored Haotian sword. That's a good thing. If there's a chance, kill Lu Chaoga too and see if you can get the sword. Yunchen muttered to himself, but the success rate should not be high. Let's not talk about whether the 7-colored Haotian sword can be dropped, just talking about Lu Chaoga's strength. It's very extraordinary. Yunchen could clearly feel that Lu Chaoga's combat power was a world apart from her other teammates. Even if the 7-colored Haotian sword was put aside, Lu Chaoga's gaming level should be top-notch. With the level and equipment advantages, Yunchen was no match for her now. This was also the reason why Yunchen chose to run away directly. Now it's time to happily count the spoils. Yunchen smiled happily. Today's exploration was extremely smooth, the spoils were plentiful. Not only did he kill the slaughterer, he also killed the bloodthirsty Wolf King. More importantly, he also killed 3 players above level 10, and all the items in their backpacks were collected by Yunchen. Let's look at the level first. When he went out to explore, he was only level 2, now he has reached level 7. Character, Yunchen. Superb occupation, Mage. Level 7. 4-dimensional attributes, Strength 100 points, Wisdom 106 points, Physical 100 points, Agility 100 points. No props, equipment, Passive blessing, Talent, All-round synthesis, SSS, Magic amplification, D. Skill, Fireball, D. This is the current panel attribute of Yunchen. Let's look at the loot. Killed the wolf pack and got bloodthirsty wolf skin, times 42, bloodthirsty wolf fang, times 100, bloodthirsty wolf claw, times 120, broken blood scale armor, times 42. The key is the reward dropped by the Wolf King. Item, Heart of the Evil Wolf King. Grade, Intermediate. Description, the heart of the bloodthirsty evil Wolf King can be used as medicine. Item, Wolf Hair of the Evil Wolf King. Grade, Intermediate. Description, the wolf hair of the bloodthirsty evil Wolf King can be used to make armor and robes. These two are good materials. The heart of the bloodthirsty evil Wolf King can be used to make blood medicine, and it is a relatively good blood medicine, which can restore 50% of the maximum health in 1 second. You must know that in the early stage of the game, many players were beaten to the lowest point by monsters when exploring. Even if they are alive, they can't continue to explore. As long as they are touched by monsters, they will die. In this case, if you have a bottle of blood medicine, your character can be restored to a healthy state and continue to explore. It is enough to see how important blood medicine is. Looking at wolf hair, it can be used to make armor, which is also very valuable. Sometimes, if a player has one more piece of armor, he can make one more mistake. There are also 2 equipment rewards. Armor, Blood-strong wrist guard of the evil Wolf King. Grade, Advanced. Requirement for wearing, level 5 or above. After equipping, physical strength plus 100, maximum health plus 10%, damage reduction plus 10%. Armor, swift boots of the evil Wolf King. Grade, Advanced. Requirement for wearing, level 5 or above. After equipping, agility plus 100, movement speed plus 20%. Yun Chen put it on without any hesitation. The blood-strong wrist guard greatly increased Wang Chen's health and also came with 10% damage reduction. The swift boots increased agility and movement speed, making it easier for Wang Chen to pull and show off his skills. These two pieces of equipment greatly improved Wang Chen's personal combat power, skill, blood explosion. Type, specialized skill. Grade, C grade. Requirement, Blood Warlock. Effect, after activation, every time you attack and hit, you will accumulate blood explosion marks on the enemy. When the accumulation exceeds 5 layers, it can be detonated to cause damage to the enemy. Note, the more blood explosion marks are stacked, the higher the detonation damage, up to 50 layers can be stacked. It is worth mentioning that, skills are divided into, specialized skills, and, general skills. Specialized skills, can only be learned by the corresponding extraordinary profession. General skills, can be learned by all extraordinary professions. This skill is obviously matched with the extraordinary rune, item, extraordinary rune, Blood Warlock. Grade, primary. Description, after using, the character can be freed from the mortal body and transferred to the Blood Spirit Warlock, gaining the magic specialization talents and skills of the corresponding profession, and at the same time, the four-dimensional attributes are improved. The Blood Spirit Warlock profession is not a rare profession, however, this extraordinary rune plus a matching specialization skill, when sold together, will definitely be very popular among players. Finally, it is the item dropped by killing the 3 players in their teams: wood times 2000, brick times 2000, rebar times 1000, dark iron double hammer times 1, fine iron battle armor times 1, fine iron belt times 1, fine iron wristband times 1. This is Tang Zhizhong's backpack, ordinary herbs times 1000, ordinary ginseng times 1000, mutated resurrection fruit times 10, ordinary holy robe times 1, emerald crystal scepter times 1. This is Shenling Shuang's backpack, holy water times 1, primary shelter core times 1, spiritual water robe times 1, spiritual water scepter times 1, spiritual water necklace times 1. This is Chu He's backpack. Sure enough, he is very rich. Yun Chen's eyes were full of surprise. It seems that this team is divided into work and cooperate. Tang Zhizhong knew at a glance that he was the bottom of the team, responsible for collecting basic construction materials. As a priest, Shenling Shuang should have awakened the skill of distinguishing herbs at the same time, so he was responsible for collecting herbs. This guy Chu He should have just explored a church map. Holy water is a unique product in the church, and can be used to make props for purifying evil spirits. The 3-piece set of spiritual water magic is also an extremely good novice outfit, which can only be worn by mages above level 7. Yunchen can wear it, but he only has 1 fireball spell. The 3-piece set of spiritual water adds damage to water magic skills, which is useless to Yunchen. What makes Yunchen's eyes shine the most is the primary shelter core, item, shelter core. Grade, primary. Description, direct use can increase the level of your shelter by 1 level, up to level 5. Good stuff. For early players, it is definitely a good thing. It can save a lot of materials for upgrading. The shelter will be upgraded later, and there are 2 synthesis times left today. Let's see what good things can be synthesized with these things. Yunchen glanced at his SSS level talent, all-round synthesis. Grade, SSS level. Description, allows you to combine multiple things, 5 times a day. Note, currently, there are 2 uses left. Don't waste the opportunity to combine. Chapter 16 Server-wide announcement. The first level 5 shelter. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Fine iron belt, plus, holy water, plus, mutated resurrection fruit, plus, broken blood scale armor, plus, bloodthirsty wolf skin, synthesis successful. Congratulations on obtaining the Holy Bloodthirsty Belt. Equipment, Holy Bloodthirsty Belt. Grade, Advanced. Wearing requirements, level 7 or above. After equipped, physique plus 100, physical and magic defense plus 15%, damage reduction plus 15%. Special effects. Evil proof. After activation, it can increase its attack damage against evil monsters by 15%, resurrection. After wearing this equipment, 1% of the maximum health will be restored every 3 seconds, bloodthirsty. When attacking the enemy, 1% of the damage can be converted into healing value. Nice one. As expected of an omnipotent synthesis, it can even forcibly synthesize so many different types of items. Yunchen looked delighted. You have equipped the Holy Bloodthirsty Belt. Click on your character panel, current equipment, Slayer's Robe, Corrupted Battle Axe, Ordinary Staff as secondary weapon, Holy Bloodthirsty Belt, Wolf King's Haste Boots, Wolf King's Blood Bracers. All equipment is missing, except for a helmet, necklace, and bracelet. Helmets are important. This game is very real. The damage caused by hitting the head is many times higher than the damage caused by hitting other parts. Yun Chen was able to easily defeat so many corrupt zombies in the early stage because every attack he made was aimed at their heads, so he killed them quickly. When killing the Slayer before, the fireball was also aimed at the Slayer's head. The player Tang Zhizhong was killed by himself because he was hit hard on the head. You must find a good quality helmet, or synthesize and make it yourself. Only in this way can you maximize your fault tolerance. Synthesize it again. Azure Crystal Scepter, plus, Mutated Resurrection Fruit, plus, Immortal Heart. Synthesis successful. Congratulations on getting the Scepter of Recovery. Equipment, Scepter of Recovery. Grade, Rare. Wearing requirements, Level 7 or above, Priest Profession. After equipped, Wisdom plus 150, Treatment Effect plus 30%. Special effects. Wind of Resurgence. Whenever you use a healing skill, 10% of your maximum health will be restored to allies within a 30-meter radius of yourself. Immortal Shield. Whenever you use a healing skill, you will provide a shield of 10% of your maximum health to allies within a 30-meter radius, lasting 10 seconds. Hiss. When Yun Chen saw the special effect of this Revival Scepter, he couldn't help but gasp slightly. Rare grade. Although it is a level 7 rare equipment, its special effect is definitely more than twice as good as a level 15 advanced scepter. Resurrection Wind plus Immortal Shield. 1 heals 1 and 1 shield makes it difficult for teammates to die as long as they are not killed. If those priests see this scepter, their hearts will definitely be moved. Immortal Heart. This material is a high-level material that Yun Chen obtained after killing many corrupt zombies. Corrupt zombies are undead themselves. When you kill undead monsters, there will be a very small chance of dropping the material, Immortal Heart. Yun Chen can guarantee it. If this scepter is put on the shelves, there will definitely be countless priest players vying to buy it. It is too difficult to level up in the early stages of this game. The equipment is not very good. Under this premise, the role of auxiliary professions in the team becomes very critical. An assistant with good equipment can allow a team to survive the pioneering period very stably. Seeing this scepter, I believe that even those top regular teams will definitely be tempted and want to invest in purchasing it for their team's pastor. Not bad, not bad. Yun Chen smiled and nodded, very satisfied with this harvest. Next it's time to upgrade the shelter. Thank you to this idiot Tang Zhizhong for giving me a lot of upgrade materials. Yun Chen opened the shelter upgrade interface and began to put building materials inside. Sand, 500/500, brick, 500/500, steel bar, 200/200, wood, 300/300, cement, 500/500, sturdy steel chicken pen, 1/1, hatching light, 1/1. The conditions for upgrading the shelter have been met. Do you want to upgrade? Yes. Upgrade successful. Congratulations. Your shelter level has been increased to level 4. After the upgrade was successful, Yun Chen did not stop moving. He took out the elementary shelter core, obtained from Chuha's backpack and used it directly. Bite. Successfully used. Congratulations. Your shelter level has been increased to level 5. Shelter, small steel fortress, attribution, Yun Chen. Occupied area, 500 square meters. Seismic resistance level, level 5. Sound insulation level, level 5. Thermal insulation level, level 5. Waterproof level, level 5. Defense level, level 5. Storage level, level 5. Structure composition, master bedroom ×1, second bedroom ×2, bathroom ×2, living room ×1. Special expansion structure, solid steel chicken coop ×1, hatching room ×1. Special function, teleport, 5 times a day. Yunchen touched his chin and was about to put the chicken, duck and goose eggs into the incubator, but suddenly, another prompt appeared on the phone screen. Prompt, congratulations. As the first player in this game to upgrade the shelter to level 5, you can get extra rewards and a server-wide notification. The reward was sent to your mailbox in the form of an email, please check it in time. When this prompt ended, ding. At this moment, all players who are playing this game, whether in Dragon Country or outside of Dragon Country, received an email in their mailbox, congratulatory notification. Congratulations to Yun Chen from Dragon Country server for becoming the first player in the server to upgrade the shelter level to level 5. As soon as this email came out, wow. Players all over the world were moved. I have to post this. Someone has upgraded the shelter to level 5. I'm only level 2. I've been looking for materials day and night, and now it's only level 3. How can this guy be so fast? Fuck. Dragon Country player. I suspect this guy is cheating, that the foreign players were full of disbelief. There are many hardworking players here, but they still can't beat this Dragon Country player named Yunchen. In addition to being shocked, they even subconsciously thought that the other party was cheating, and in the Dragon Country server. Yunchen, isn't that the rich guy who just bought the extraordinary runes at a high price in the forum? Yes. It's him. His name is Yunchen. Oh my god. He is indeed a rich guy. He became the first player in the whole server to have a level 5 shelter. In the Dark Exploration Group forum, there was a lot of discussion. In fact, many players who played this game before Yunchen have reached the level of 4 shelters. Why didn't they upgrade to level 5? The reason is very simple. For the first 1 to 4 levels of the shelter, only basic building materials are needed to upgrade, but if you want to upgrade from level 4 to level 5, you need to add a special metal called primary obsidian, or directly use the core items of the shelter to successfully upgrade. Chapter 17 Virtual Reality. Build a smelting table. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the early days of land reclamation, it was not easy to obtain special metals. For these players who are only a dozen or so levels up, there are only 3 ways to obtain special metals. 1. Obtain the design drawing of the special metal and make it yourself. 2. Kill special monsters and have a chance to drop them. 3. Explore special secret realm copies. All 3 methods depend on luck. No matter how rich you are in reality, as long as you are unlucky, you will not be able to get special metals. Even if you want to take it, someone has to expose it before selling it to you. The player who should cry the most right now is the player named Chu He. He finally collected such a primary shelter core. However, because he was killed by Yun Chen on the way, he lost the server-wide announcement reward, and there is. Yun Chen now relies on his SSS level talent, all-round synthesis, to make things. Other players do not have this talent. If they want to make something, they can only collect basic materials and build a smelting room, food, materials, medicines, equipment, etc. If you want to make various things, you can take the design drawings and prepared basic materials and enter the smelting room. To make them, the level of the smelting room is synchronized with the level of the shelter. The higher the level of the smelting room is, the higher the level of things can be made, just like special metals. Even if you get the design drawings and prepare the basic materials, the smelting room cannot be made until level 4 or above. A combination of reasons. Many liver emperors and rich players are unable to upgrade their shelters to level 5. It is conceivable that Chu He was so angry that he threw things in the room. Not only was he killed by the annoying Yun Chen, but such a precious core of the primary shelter was also taken away by this annoying Yun Chen, thereby obtaining a server-wide announcement reward. It just so happens that I will also build a smelting room. Otherwise, the combined talent 5 times a day will not be enough. Yun Chen pondered, there will definitely be a lot of things to make in the future, and the limited number of times of all-round synthesis will definitely not be enough. The basic materials required to build the smelting table are very simple. Brick, plus cement, plus sand, is enough. After all, this is the infrastructure of the shelter. Players have to rely on the smelting table to make things, and the construction conditions must be very difficult. When the smelting platform is running, combustible materials are consumed, such as wood, charcoal, dry firewood, etc. Byte. The smelting platform was successfully constructed. The current level of the smelting platform is level 5. Open the email. You have earned the title of Architecture Maniac. Title: Construction Madman. Effect: after obtaining the title, the amount of materials required to upgrade the shelter will be directly halved in the future. Explanation: a special title issued to reward the first player in the entire server to upgrade the shelter to level 5. This is the only one in the entire server. So there is such a title. The materials are halved. If those players see the effect of this title, they will be jealous to death. Yunchen smiled happily. As the level of the shelter increases, the amount of materials required also increases. With this title, Yunchen didn't know how much material he could save. Phew! What a lovely day! Yunchen took a deep breath, raised his head and looked out the window, and before he knew it, the sun was setting. Although this game is a mess of CG, it is really fun. Playing and playing makes people addicted to it, unable to extricate themselves, and time seems to pass several times faster than usual. In his previous life, Yunchen was a social worker and was too busy with work. He could only play for 1 or 2 hours a day before quitting. Therefore, when the demon disaster struck in the previous life, Yunchen's character was only level 5, and the shelter was only level 2. As a result, Yunchen was in a very dangerous situation at that time. Fortunately, after reliving, everything can come back again. Countdown to the coming of the evil disaster, 28 days. How about quickly stocking up on food in the real world? Yunchen groaned. As we all know, when the end comes, water and food are the most important things for living things, but after thinking about it for a while, Yunchen gave up and felt that he was not in a hurry. The reason is simple: after you reach level 30 in this game, Blue Star will give players a special ability called Virtual Embodiment in order to reward these players who diligently upgrade. Virtual Representation. Everything in the game can be projected into reality. To put it bluntly, after reaching level 30, Yun Chen can directly bring anything in the game into reality. At the same time, the character attributes will also be inherited to Yun Chen. In the previous life, before the apocalypse came, there were no more than 5 players who reached level 30 or above. These 5 players later quickly became the top players in the apocalyptic world. A giant. At that time, Yun Chen was still wondering why these 5 bosses were so powerful. He narrowly escaped death in the apocalypse, but others were killed indiscriminately. It was later learned that these 5 bosses had all escaped in advance. Before the end of the world came, people had already inherited the attributes in the game, escaped from the mortal world, and became supermen. Since things in the game can be embodied in reality in advance, then the problem of food and water can be easily solved. Yunchen will then buy all food, raw materials and drinking water on a large scale, stored in the shelter's warehouse. The key is these things don't expire. Unlike meat and vegetables in reality, they will go bad if not eaten or put in the refrigerator for 2 days. At the moment, the space of the level 5 shelter has been increased to 500 square meters, making it look even more spacious. The interior decoration also looks more comfortable. The original mud brick walls became white walls. Originally it only relied on a candle for lighting, but now it has a large chandelier that provides electricity. This is why special metals are required to upgrade a level 5 shelter. Special metals allow for the addition of some metallic power furniture throughout the shelter. The smelting room is equipped with microwave ovens, induction cookers, rice cookers, and other electric kitchen appliances. There are more electric lights in every room. There is even a TV in the living room. Level 5 shelters are truly a watershed moment. There is only one level between level 4 and level 4, but there is such a big change, directly from poverty to well-off. Okay, it's time to go out for dinner. Yunchen stretched himself, logged off the line, and went out to have a good meal first. The other side, Fengtian City, Tianming Group Building, top floor luxury office. Lu Chaoga stared at the email announcing the server-wide announcement, and his beautiful Danfeng eyes narrowed slightly. She looked up at the two people standing across from the desk. These two people were none other than Chu He and Tang Zhizhong, now. Their expressions were awkward and ugly. Chuha, Tang Zhizhong. Lu Chaoga's cold voice sounded. Here. Mr. Zhang, the two of them quickly exclaimed. The game level of you two is really bad. Please quit the team. I want to replace you. Lu Chaoga's tone was very calm. Chapter 18 Blacklist. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Mr. Zhang, isn't it? It's just a game. When Tang Zhizhong heard this, he couldn't help but speak, kicking a teammate out of the team just because of one loss. Tang Zhizhong couldn't accept it. I don't know what kind of magic this game has. Even he, a middle-aged man in his 40s, became addicted to it after playing it for a while. Now that he was asked to quit the Canglanzhiwei team just because of a defeat in a battle, he was a little unconvinced. He felt that if he was given another chance, he would definitely destroy Na Yunchen. Just a game. Lu Chaoga's expression suddenly turned cold. Tang Zhizhong, you are also a senior executive of this company. It's not like you don't know the secrets behind this game project, but you dare to say, it's just a game. Mr. Zhang, that's just the speculation of experts. Maybe this is really just an ordinary game. Tang Zhizhong said firmly. He felt that those expert speculations about blue stars were too fantasy. Ordinary game. Do you know that just yesterday, the two stone tablets at the North and South Pole changed at the same time? Then tell me, what is the scientific principle of this? Lu Chao's tone became colder and colder, which declared that her anger level had reached a very dangerous level. Yesterday, she got the information that the words level 30 appeared on the two stone tablets at the same time. Anyone who is not stupid knows that these two stone tablets are a reminder to mankind. At level 30, the game will undergo special changes. This also made some players who knew the inside story completely crazy. Really, on a crazy liver level, I just want to get closer to the truth. At the moment, at such a critical moment, Lu Chaoga found out that her team members were so bad and she couldn't tolerate it. Forget about cooking, you can practice. But the harsh words made Lu Chaoga even more angry. Mr. Zhang, Lu Chaoga ignored Tang Zhizhong, but turned to look at Chuha, and said coldly, Chuha, you sent a shelter corps to Yunchen. Do you want to explain? I have nothing to explain, Mr. Zhang. It's all because of me. He actually bowed his head honestly. Okay. You know your stuff, don't be harsh, and you can still be saved. I'll give you 2-3 days. For 3 days, don't form a team. Reach level 15 on your own and come see me again. Otherwise you two will quit the team together. Everyone get out. Lu Chaoga waved his hand with an indifferent expression. Mr. Zhang, I don't accept it. Shenling Shuang is no good. Why isn't she kicked? Tang Zhizhong said dully. Hey! You fatty Tang. This lady is Lu, you're Mr. Zhang's best friend. Why do you compare with me? No matter how good I am, my dear bestie won't be willing to kick me. You better go and practice as fast as you. An old fat man. On the side, a sweet girl sitting on the leather sofa gave Tang Zhizhong a fierce look when he heard this. This girl has an oval face, sweet appearance, and long light pink hair. She looks cute, and has a pure temperament. Judging from her age, she should be a female college student. She is Shenling Shuang, the school belle of Fengtian University, and the female priest who was instantly killed by Yun Chen when he met her. In fact, her identity is not Lu Chao's best friend, but her cousin. Right now, she was very angry, mainly because I was sulky at that guy named Yun Chen. She vowed to take revenge. When Tang Zhizhong heard this, he could only give up angrily and leave with Chu He. Right. At this moment, Lu Chaoga suddenly said calmly, don't think about the actual information about human flesh Yun Chen. Dragon Kingdom officials are also paying close attention to this game now. Every time a new player is added to this game, the official will put them on the monitoring list. With such a notification, the player Yunchen has 100% entered the official radar. Don't ever think about using some dirty means to retaliate against others, otherwise, you will bear the consequences at your own risk. If you want to prove yourself, fight back in the game. You too, do you understand? Tang Zhizhong smiled flatteringly and said, Mr. Zhang, look at what you said, am I, old Tang, that kind of despicable person? Don't worry, I will definitely prove myself, Chu he said seriously, Mr. Zhang, just wait. After saying that, he turned around and left. Lu Chaoga stood up slowly and stretched his waist lazily. It is precisely because of this support that his plump and graceful body outlines a charming line. She came to the huge floor-to-ceiling glass window, overlooking the beautiful night view of Fengtian City. The sweet and lovely Shenling Shuang followed beside her, still playing national shelter with her head down. He also muttered intermittently and through gritted teeth, dead Yunchen. Stinky Yunchen, bad Yunchen, don't let me catch you. Lu Chaoga murmured softly, Yunchen, how can I get you to join my team? She doesn't know why, but she has a very certain intuition in her heart, as long as this man joins the team, her future explorations will definitely be smoother and more successful. Only, the other party was obviously very unwilling to join her team, which gave Lu Chaoga a headache. Hearing this, Shenling Shuang raised her cute oval face and said, Sister Lu, I don't know what you are worried about. With your status and beauty, is it not easy for this guy to join? Just go find him offline. Then reveal your identity and offer a sky-high salary. I dare say that absolutely no one can refuse. Lu Chaoga stretched out his hand and pinched the round face of this cousin, sighing softly, if only it were that simple. It's really that simple. Humph. Sister Lu, wait, I'll go search for that guy's ID and add him as a friend. Just wait, I can deal with him in a few words. Shenling Shuang clicked on the social section in the game, entered the 2 words Yunchen, and after searching, she directly clicked to add him as a friend. Only 2 seconds passed. Sorry, the other party refused to add you as a friend. A prompt appeared on the mobile phone screen. Damn it. This guy actually dared to refuse me. Shenling Shuang pouted in anger. As the campus belle of Fengtian University, she didn't know how many suitors wanted to add her as a friend, but Yunchen actually dared to refuse. Lu Chaoga on the side looked at the childish behavior of his cousin and shook his head gently, but Shenling Shuang hadn't given up yet. Direct private chat, Shenling Shuang, Yunchen, you stinky guy. Why did you reject my friend ad? No reply, Shenling Shuang, I know you are online. Why don't you reply me? Still no reply, Shenling Shuang, you. Sorry, the other party has blocked you, you can't chat with this player privately. Shenling Shuang. Bang! Shenling Shuang threw her phone, her cheeks bulged, her pretty face flushed, like a pufferfish being held, about to break the defense. Yunchen. How dare you block me? You wait. You nasty guy. I will definitely take revenge. Shenling Shuang was so angry that she turned around and picked up the pillow on the sofa and punched it with her little pink fist, as if she mistook the pillow for Yunchen. Seeing this, Lu Chaoga raised the corners of his beautiful mouth slightly, and was also very happy to see his little cousin being humiliated. Chapter 19 Winter Evil God. The cold wave is coming. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yunchen didn't like the player whose ID was Shenling Shuang at all. His game has actually been offline to go have a meal. While eating, take a look at the official game forum. It is worth mentioning that the official forum of Dark Exploration Group is also included in the game, associated with game character information. Therefore, when a player adds himself as a friend in the game, a prompt will pop up on Yunchen's forum account. Yunchen didn't expect that Shenling Shuang would add her as a friend, nor did he expect that she would get angry in private chat after refusing to add him, but it's okay, block directly. Yunchen has no interest in joining the Canglanzhiwei team. The reason is simple, he experienced betrayal in his previous life. I will never join any team easily again, and I will never trust anyone gullibly again. In the future, you may join other teams or build your own team for some purposes, but you will remain absolutely vigilant. I will not let the tragedy of my previous life happen to me again. After blocking Shenling Shuang, I browsed the posts and found an official game announcement pinned to the top. Warn. A natural disaster is coming. The cold wave is coming. The time of winter has arrived. Note, all maps in this game will experience a terrifying snowstorm and cold wave at 12 o'clock tonight. The difficulty of player exploration will be greatly improved. But danger often comes with opportunity. Powerful winter monsters will be randomly refreshed on all major maps. Defeat them. Get generous rewards. Kill special monsters and get server-wide notification rewards. This announcement, the players were talking excitedly. It's cool. You can level up now. Quickly level up, this game is very real. In a cold wave environment, if your character does not have thermal equipment, he will probably freeze to death after exploring for an hour. Ah. Is that so? I previously explored a level 8 volcano map, and the character died from the high temperature just 10 minutes after entering. 6. In this case, the prices of leather, velvet and other materials will skyrocket. By the way, my shelter is only level 1, and the insulation level is not enough. Will the character freeze to death directly? Seeing this announcement and the discussion among the players, Yunchen also had a smile on his face. At this time in the previous life, the game did usher in a cold wave and snowstorm that lasted for half a month. It was also this cold wave and snowstorm that greatly improved the levels of all players. Basically you can reach level 20. The more powerful ones can reach level 25, and those gone emperors and Shinhao who are in the top 100 rankings can reach level 30. The background of this cold wave and snow disaster is that the evil god in charge of winter was angry and punished him. Infected by the evil breath of the evil god of winter, the number of monsters spawned in all maps increased, their levels increased, and their strength became stronger. On the contrary, the rewards dropped by killing these stronger monsters are more generous than before. I have to seize this opportunity and see if I can reach level 30. Yunchen also mustered up his energy. The earlier you reach level 30, the better it will be for you. What can be seen is, many players have already posted team recruitments in the forum. There are even players who are frantically buying various animal skins, down, leather and other cold-proof materials. He probably wanted to make cold-proof equipment and sell it to make a fortune. Yunchen doesn't need cold-proof equipment. Equipment above the intermediate level has built-in cold protection and heat insulation functions. The primary equipment is not available. Because this game is still in the early stages of development, players rarely have intermediate equipment, so they can only wear it by making basic cold-proof equipment. However, after this cold wave and snowstorm passes, and mid-level equipment becomes more popular, the prices of these cold-proof materials should plummet. Don't say much. Get your things ready, go home and open your liver directly. Yunchen left the small restaurant and went directly into the store. I bought a big bag of Red Bull, instant noodles, braised eggs, and various snacks. When I returned home after paying the bill and sat down, a message popped up on my phone's Fission software. Brother Yun, are you free? There is a game that I need your help with. I'll give you 1,000 yuan for an hour. The person who sent this message was a friend named Tang Yen. Sorry, Aunt Tang, I'm not free. I have to play another game. Yunchen hesitated for a moment, but still refused. The reason for hesitation is that Tang Yen is considered a benefactor to Yunchen. When Yunchen had no reputation at all in the game power leveling circle at the beginning, no one was willing to believe him. It was Tang Yen who became his first customer, let him have his first income without going hungry. The other party claims to be a 31-year-old beautiful young internet-addicted woman, Yunchen, who was only 20 years old, naturally. Called her Aunt Tang. I don't know whether the beautiful young woman Yunchen is addicted to the internet, because Tang Yen spends at least 8 hours a day playing games. What kind of game can make you stop doing business? Tang Yen is curious. Yunchen thought for a second and decided to tell the other party. It's a game called National Shelter. Search it. It's very fun. I guarantee you'll like it. No matter how many secrets there are, it is not convenient for Yunchen to reveal them. Because he didn't know if Tang Yen would spread the news loudly after telling her about it, but in order to repay the favor, Yunchen must at least let the other party play this game created by the will of Blue Star. With Tang Yan's addiction to the internet, she will definitely rush to level up, after the magic disaster comes. As long as Tang Yan's level is not low, it will be more than enough to save her life. Tang Yan, okay. Okay, I want to see how fun this game that you are addicted to is. Bye. After the conversation, Yunchen quickly logged into the game. Soon, the familiar shelter screen appeared on the mobile phone screen. Put the chicken eggs, duck eggs, and goose eggs into the incubator, and empty the materials in the backpack into the storage room. Then control the character to leave the shelter. The moment you walk out of the shelter, the cold wind is biting, heavy snow is flying. What comes into view is a white world of ice and snow, affected by the winter magic breath. Your movement speed is reduced by 20%. This ice and snow magic disaster is launched by the winter evil god. Players in all maps will be affected by the magic breath and reduce certain attributes. The higher the level of the map, the more seriously it is affected by the magic breath, the more attributes are reduced, and the more difficult it is to explore. But the announcement also said, extremely high risks are often accompanied by extremely high opportunities. It depends on the players themselves. Yunchen skillfully came to the Blood Forest. I have to say, the monsters have indeed become much stronger than before. Now Yunchen, who is level 7, can definitely kill the corrupt zombies with one hit, but now he has to chop them twice. The bloodthirsty wolf is also more thick-skinned and thick-fleshed. It's a pity that the bloodthirsty wolf king has not been refreshed since it was killed by Yunchen once. The slaughterer has not appeared again. Kill all the way and collect all the way. The exploration of the Blood Forest is 100%, it's time to explore the next map. Yunchen decided secretly. Chapter 20 Entering the Secret Realm. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Holding the eternal burning fire rod, Yunchen started to move forward quickly under control. With the Wolf King's speedy boots, the character's movement speed is not slow even if it is affected by the winter's evil breath. You discovered the special map, Black Crystal Mine. You actually explored the Black Crystal Mine. That when Yunchen saw this reminder, his eyes lit up with joy. This is a great place. There are black crystal ores everywhere. Black crystal ore is an essential material used to make obsidian, and this is also the entrance to the secret realm, Black Crystal Cave. Roar! That when Yunchen was overjoyed, a brutal roar suddenly came out. Under the thick snow, a black flesh insect emerged from the ground. It opened its bloody mouth and bit directly at Yunchen. Monster, Black Crystal Earthworm. Level 8. Explanation: the monster that lives in the Black Crystal Mine has no eyes and usually likes to lurk on the ground to attack its prey. Yunchen could tell what kind of monster it was with just one glance. The poisonous battle axe appeared in his hand, and he struck the Black Crystal Earthworm's head with the axe. With a pop, black blood jumped out of its head, but not dead. Yunchen slashed again. Poof! Dead this time. The Black Crystal Earthworm immediately fell to the ground and died. You successfully killed the Black Crystal Earth insect and gained 500 experience points. Collection successful. You obtained Sombra ore times 10, Black Crystal Insect Skin times 10. The reward has been multiplied so many times. Yunchen was slightly surprised. Before the snowstorm, if you killed this Black Crystal Earth insect, you would only get a piece of Black Crystal ore, a Black Crystal Insect Skin, and only 200 experience points. But now, 10 pieces of Black Crystal ore, 10 pieces of Black Crystal Insect Skin. Affected by the snow disaster, plus this is a special map. That's why the rewards are so generous. It seems that the Canglanzhiwei team did not continue exploring after seeing me escaping that day. Otherwise they would be the ones who discovered this special map. Yunchen smiled happily. It seems that I am very lucky. No hesitation, Yunchen continued to explore all the way, and at the same time, as long as he encountered Black Crystal Earth insects, he would kill them all without mercy. After killing like this, in less than an hour, Yunchen's level was directly raised to level 8. A large amount of Black Crystal ore and Black Crystal insect skin were also collected. After a while, Yunchen saw a cave entrance from a distance, flashing with light. When I arrived at the entrance of the cave, I discovered that it was actually a portal of light. This should be the entrance to the secret realm of the Black Crystal Cave. Yunchen's breathing quickened. Secret realm. In previous lives, the word secret realm would definitely make countless people breathless and excited. because there are too many good treasures hidden in the secret realm, various design drawings, rare materials, rare props, rare equipment, even, with luck, you can find various ancient artifacts with magical uses. What's even more outrageous is, some people say that there are some powerful guardians in the secret realm who have been sleeping for countless years. As long as you can defeat these guardians, they will willingly obey your orders and be used by you. It is precisely because of this that whenever a secret realm appears, a lot of people will rush in like crazy. Nowadays, in the early stage of the game, the exploration degree of major maps is very low, and many maps with secret areas have not yet been discovered. When the evil disaster strikes and reality merges with the game, the degree of map exploration will soar. Now, without any hesitation, Yunchen directly controlled the character and touched the portal. Are you sure you want to enter the secret realm of the Black Crystal Cave? Sure. Buzz. The phone screen is distorted. Yunchen's expression became very serious and serious. There are great opportunities in the secret realm, but it also comes with great dangers. The monsters inside are much stronger than the black crystal earthworms outside. Don't be careless at all. At this moment, the phone screen returned to normal. What came into view was a dark scene, lit the eternal burning fire stick, and under the light of the fire, Yunchen could clearly see the environment in front of him. This is a staircase leading underground. Yunchen controlled the character and carefully moved down the stairs step by step. At the end, I saw a stone door. Yunchen just arrived in front of the stone gate. Click. There was a soft sound. You triggered a trap. Really? Yunchen, who had expected it, did not panic at all. The moment the trap was triggered, he immediately controlled the character to retreat suddenly. Swish, swish, swish. I saw extremely sharp black spikes stabbing out from where they were. If Yunchen had been slower to dodge for just 1 second, these black spikes would have pierced him, and his life would have been lost. Yunchen did not jump over and push open the stone door in a hurry, but took out a long wooden stick that he collected from his backpack. Standing far away is a stone gate. TSK. I saw a corroding sound coming from the wooden stick that touched the stone door. The stone door is indeed poisoned. In his previous life, Yunchen had explored countless secret realms and was very familiar with these disgusting mechanisms. If it were another player, even if they avoided the ground stab with their reactions, the character would probably be poisoned when the door opens. The moment when the stone door was completely pushed open, Yunchen was not careful at all and threw a piece of black crystal insect skin over. Boom! A violent fire explosion was triggered just like that. 3 traps were set just to open the door. There must be a good treasure inside. Yunchen threw another piece of black crystal insect skin over, and without triggering any mechanism, he stepped through the door. The moment he stepped through the door, the dark scene in front of Yunchen changed instantly. Crash. The sky full of petals filled the mobile phone screen. When the petals dispersed, what came into view was a wide and beautiful garden. There is a secret realm hidden in the secret realm. Wow! Where is the nesting doll? Yunchen couldn't help but complain. Just the next second, boom, the screen of the mobile phone shook. No, it was the ground in the game that shook, and at the same time, a beast roared. It seems that there is a fight ahead. Yunchen's eyes condensed, and he immediately controlled the character and rushed towards the direction of the beast roar. Half a minute later, in the middle of the garden, a snow leopard twice the size of a tiger was seen baring its teeth and staring at the front. In front of it was Elf. Yunchen couldn't help but exclaim in astonishment. Across the snow leopard, a pink elf as big as a butterfly was flying. Her cute little face was full of anger, and she stared at the big snow leopard in front of her angrily. The two sides seemed to be fighting. Yunchen saw the situation here clearly, but he was a little strange. How could a ferocious snow leopard appear in this secret realm? Could it be because of the influence of the evil god's aura that even the secret realm has refreshed snow disaster monsters?